Hey guys, I'm Rogan and this is my rants. That's right, baby. I'm back with a video. I know it's been a long time. I know I'm not consistent with this channel, but eventually I will be. Mark my words. I was battling some demons and stuff like that, so I needed to take some time for myself. I recommend that anybody does that if they need it. So, if you like content, like stupid content like this, a variety of topics, hit that like button. And you know what to do, all the other stuff. But I'm not going to ask you to like the video if you don't like it. If you don't like the video, you know what to do. And yeah, so today's topic is I'm going to give you my take on modern love and dating. Now, All Time Low has a brand new song. I think it's called Modern Love, and it talks about little things about what makes, dating and love and courtship and stuff like that in this modern age a little tricky, complicated. A lot of men maybe on YouTube may call it bullshit, because I've had my fair share of difficulty with women, and I'm sure many other men my age, younger, older, are in the same boat. And why am I bringing this up? Why am I talking about this topic? Because I think it's a very important topic in this day and age. Because, call me a wuss or whatever, but this past couple weeks, I've been taking a shot at my own happiness, and I recommend that you do the same if you want that. So what I'm trying to say is that the red pill on YouTube, completely stay away from the black pill. That's completely terrible. But there are some core tenets of the red pill that make sense. There's statistics backing up certain behavioral patterns of the sexes, and how different the male and female brain is, and logically, emotionally, different things like that. Self-improvement, being really on top of your career and advancing yourself knowledge-wise, getting in shape, having a decent car, or, and then there's certain factors that are out of your control, like genetics, in terms of that's what the black pill deals with, is like, oh, well, if you're not good looking or tall or this or that, you can't get a woman. That's not true. It's not true at all. You just got to have confidence and charisma. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people in the red pill community, they do blanket statements, and they say, well, most women are like this, and there's always the exception to the rule. But in my opinion, because I go out in the real world, I use dating apps, but I also go out in the real world, and I've cold approached and warm approach, and I strike up conversations with strangers. Sometimes I just say good morning, or sometimes I just say like a compliment, or just like, hey, how was your 4th of July? Because recently it was the 4th of July about a week ago now, a little bit less than a week. So now I believe that people want to be talked to. There's some people who, they don't want anything to do with you. They're like on a mission, or they have their headphones in, and they're in their own little world, and they have no spatial awareness, and they're walking around like buried in their phone, like, oh, like Joe Biden, I don't know where I am. Like that type of stuff. But there are people who are receptive to certain things. And what I've found in the past week is I've been talking to a couple girls on Tinder, well, 3 or 4, and then 3 other women in real life, cold approaching, getting their number, talking to them about shared interests and like what they like to do for fun. And look, I don't have the most experience when it comes to dating or sex, but the thing is, I think a very important thing is you have to kind of get out in the real world and talk to real people instead of sitting behind a screen all day. There's nothing wrong with using dating apps, because that can be part of like when you're chilling at home. But if you go out in public or something like that, like I love going to the mall and talking to people, or just just generally out in public and stuff like that. I think it's very important to take a chance. And you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So what I like to do is I don't always lead the conversation in a way that gets the number the first meeting, or not all. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And what I like to do is I like to start with like an opener, be like, hey, how's it going? Or like, oh, good morning, or something like that. And then I may point out something obvious, like if they have a green shirt, or like if her hair is in like a bun, it's like, oh, your hair's up, or something silly and obvious. But then segue into a small talk, or like the weather, what did you do for the 4th, or something like that. And then kind of I lead in and I say something like a compliment, and then that compliment I gauge the receptiveness body language, and I say like, okay, they're a little receptive, they might actually give me their number. So I say like, hey, we should hang out sometime. Can I get your number? And, most of the time, no, they won't give it out, or they'll be like, oh, I have a boyfriend. And then in that scenario, all you say is like, oh, well, that's fantastic. I'm happy for you. He must be a lucky guy, or something like that. But when they do give you the number, the game has changed. Now it's a completely different thing. And the red pill, what the red pill does is it stays on the internet, in like Reddit forums and YouTube and different things like that, and they paint women in a bad light. But there's bad men also. There's men who abuse women, and then there's women who praying mantis men and stuff like that. So there's bad actors on both sides. You can't just say like, oh, all men are bad, or like most women are bad. It's an echo chamber. And sometimes men who have been wronged, they gravitate to this type of content and they start to believe most of it. And what I'm trying to say is that there's some aspects of the red pill that are good advice, like self-improvement. But you can't let the internet kind of dictate your happiness, and you can't let the internet just say like, oh, well, it's a lot different than it used to be, and it's a lot harder to find someone to go on a date with, or like if you're just looking for a hookup, or like cold approach, warm approach, if you're looking for just a fling or like a short-term thing, or if you're looking for a short-term thing and you're open for it to turn into a long-term thing and stuff like that. Everyone's different, so it may be a little difficult to navigate modern love and modern dating, but I believe I just have faith that there are a few women for everybody. I think there's a few women for everybody that will actually like you. And, I feel that I have a lot to offer a potential partner. And, I have a lot of good qualities. I make these YouTube videos for you and for me. So, this is like, I'm not an expert when it comes to this type of thing, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on modern dating and why I think that it's still possible for you to be happy, regardless of what you want. If you want to hook up with multiple women in a couple weeks, fantastic. If you're looking for a girlfriend, fantastic. If you're looking for just to make a new friend, like approaching someone and just make the list goes on. So that's what I wanted to say today. I really hope you guys enjoyed the content. I'm using my hand towel because I'm sweating. I just did my push-ups. I injured my hand in a wiffle ball game at a pool party, and I hurt my left hand, so now I can't put pressure down on the hand, so I have to make a fist and do half left hand fist and the right hand's half diamond when I do my push-ups. So it's a little more challenging, but I'll get used to it while my hand heals. And it actually hurt to do the bench press at my folks' house. So so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have more ideas coming. I hope you stick around, and I know I haven't been consistent, but it's personal reasons. And I'm not going to go into detail because you do not want to hear that. All right, guys, hit that like button if you like this content. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say about echo chambers on YouTube. Completely disregard the black pill. If you're purple pill, that's fine. If you're still in the blue pill camp, not a good idea. But purple pill, that might be the sweet spot. All right, so if you like content like this, hit that like button and subscribe. It's free, and that notification bell. It might work, it might not. And if you didn't like the content, if you didn't like my topic or my shirt, just remember to smash that dislike button. It gives me a chance to improve, make better content, make more content, and then just get better overall with what I'm doing. All right, guys, hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll see you next time.